It's week 2 of the 2027 season, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Eagles and the Commanders on Monday Night Prime Time.
Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers will have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in
Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Landover. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Sidney Brown in on that stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Robinson up the middle. Cuts right. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. By the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. This is ahead for about 5. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. They motion the tight end over. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Commanders will go on offense. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Now it's Terry McLaurin on the target. So it'll be 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
They kick the running back in motion. Daniels throwing on 3rd. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Takes this in at the 25. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Eagles will take possession. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Motioning the tight end now. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Hurts throwing again. He's still going at the 30. And they get this down to the 28. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Hurts now from the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. That's complete. Here's Brown.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. First and 10 are under Robinson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second and 8. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Commanders will have a first.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Daniels off the play action. Got Sinnott, it's complete. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Felix Anudike Uzama making the tackle that time. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have it, second and 4. Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. They're set up at the 35 now. Again, Daniels to the air. Throwing the out route complete. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That's another Washington.
Running back sent in motion. Daniels on first down. Hits his running back. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
He brings it in. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. They send a tight end in motion. They'll run here following the penalty. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 5-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. Fights off the pressure. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get...
And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now lead by 10. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Grouping adds the extra point. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Eagles and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. On 1st down, Hurts. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. He's got Devontae Smith. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin are ready for another look on offense. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Cut out left. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Robinson on the inside give. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They motion a receiver left. From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's a give to Robinson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From midfield on second down. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half, but hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
After the sack, another pass on second down. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
It's now 3rd down and 9.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders. With it, 1st and 10. Daniels now. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And this is another incompletion.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Mikatomny's kick is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the first half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders pulling in front after 2. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where you see the final score there. Bryce Young, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Darius Slayton, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2 touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Setting up the running back screen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This finds Smith. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They have themselves another 1st and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They're now set for a 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Complete out to the right. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Hurts now from the gun. Wilson's got it. And they bring him down around the 34.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully...
And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That's played at the 43. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll run it from the gun. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Their punter making his way out now. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Commanders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. 2nd down and 10. Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Commanders ready for the punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Has it at the 37. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent, but in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hurts looking to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 3 now. Another carry for him. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's 2nd and goal. Hurts to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Hurts throwing again. This is caught. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
This return makes it up to the 25. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're training a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Complete. It's McLaurin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Daniels on 1st down. Finds his target, Robinson. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Dumps it off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs. Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Eagles about set to go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st down, Hurts hits him on the in route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll motion Brown right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. He'll throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The home teams and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. He was looking for Terry McLaurin. So 2nd down coming up. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He's back to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. A run here with Robinson. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Running back sent in motion. Daniels from the pistol. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw. Fires right away, but incomplete.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Now to throw. That's complete to Wilson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Throwing now. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. Tight end going in motion here. Here he is to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Back to throw. He's got Smith. And he works this to the 38 before going down. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motioning one of the tight ends. Setting up to pass. Got Washington. It's complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. He'll look to throw it. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Here he is to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Gets out of trouble. But there's too much pressure, and he's brought down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.